like to welcome the media to today's press conference. Today we will be speaking a little to Accountants Week, which is being celebrated in the Eastern Caribbean this year. Generally, we try to have the celebrations to coincide with International Accounting Day, which is celebrated globally on November 10 each year. The theme for this year's celebration is Elevate, Innovate, and Transform with AI, which we think is a very powerful theme. The theme aims to highlight the transformation that artificial intelligence, AI, will impact on the accounting profession. As in the past years, we have put together a number of activities to highlight what it is that we accountants do, and we'll be sharing that with the public. I would now like to invite Suan Sharipain, our Vice President, who will speak a little to the activities that have been planned for this year's celebration. We would like to have the public take in as much as possible, especially one of the activities that she will speak to, where they get an opportunity to ask questions to professional accountants. Suan, over to you.
So this is the fourth consecutive year that we are rolling out those events across the participating islands of the Eastern Caribbean. Saturday, we started off with a day devoted to mind and body wellness rebalancing for our members, where we focused on self-care using breathing, relaxation techniques, and sound healing. Yesterday, Sunday, International Accountants Day, we invited members and the public to dedicate prayers for the profession. Today, we will receive a presentation by our president highlighting the theme and encouraging, it will be very thought-provoking, encourage our members and the general public to take a listen. The president's address, can be found on the Institute's Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Tomorrow, we give back. We give back to small, medium-sized businesses. We give back to students. We give back to persons who may not ordinarily get a chance to interact with chartered accountants, professionals, where they can ask a series of questions, get towards accountants for the benefit of their small businesses, students, the benefit of the accounting profession. Members of the ACCA local chapter would also be on hand to provide information that would help steer them in the direction of the profession. We encourage the public to take advantage of this opportunity. A series of qualified chartered accountants would be on hand to answer their questions. On Wednesday and Thursday, and that would be taking place at the Blue Coral Conference Room at the Blue Coral Mall, between the hours of 3 to 6, where persons can pop by. It's an open forum at their available times. Wednesday and Thursday, our flagship activity, our business conference, where we have a suite of appropriately qualified, experienced professionals who will be delivering on the topic that you would have heard before: elevate, innovate, and transform with AI, covering different aspects of this topic, bringing together the panel of professionals. More information on that can be found, again, on the Institute's Facebook page, and how persons can register to benefit from this 2 half-day business conference, which would be rolled out virtually. So persons can take advantage of that as well. Friday, with the Polo Shirt Day, where we encourage our members to wear the polo shirts with pride and share photos for the social media. Saturday, the curtains come down, where we close up the week of activities with a jazzy cocktail reception at the Harbor Club. The event will be open to members at no cost, and non-members are invited to attend as well at a subsidized fee, get a chance to network with professional accountants, and just have a good time. All participating islands will also be honoring an individual for their contribution and continued support to the accounting profession. More information on those activities are available on the Facebook page and how persons can register for the various events. We also would like to extend a special thanks to our partners who have come on board, ACCA as our gold sponsor, together with the firms of EY, PwC, and Grant Thornton, our silver sponsors. Thank you. I pass you over to our PRO, Mistress Joanne Cooper.
So during this week, one of the reasons we have it is to celebrate the profession, but also a chance to, promote the profession and encourage persons to join the profession. We just heard from the president that AI is here and will impact the profession, but it is going to still make for an exciting future. In fact, we expect that a lot of what persons thought to be the boring aspects of the profession, with a lot of calculations and those sorts of repetitive processes, would actually be done by AI and continue to be done more and more so in that manner. And it leaves, therefore, the role of the accountant to be more one of strategy, one of guidance, helping businesses and individuals make good and sound financial decisions. We also want to make a call to young males as we are seeing a shift in the profession towards females, and a gender balance is always important in any institution or any profession. So we are making a plea to the young males out there, do consider accounting, and especially any person who wants to become an entrepreneur. We would say categorically that the best base to have, the best base knowledge to have if you want to be an entrepreneur, honestly, is accounting. It can guide you as to how well your business is performing, because sometimes there's more to it than what seems to be on the surface. It's not just about how much cash you're bringing in. There are more factors, there are more things you need to look at. So to encourage, as I said, anybody who is thinking of being an entrepreneur, you want to own your own business, run your own business, do give consideration to becoming an accountant first, and then venturing off into that sphere. If you have not done accounting at secondary school level or at A level, it does not stop you from being an accountant. It can be done at university level as your start. It can be done via self-study through ACCA. You don't have to travel and have to go to school overseas to become an accountant. But at the same time, it is a profession that you can travel and work anywhere in the world when you have the professional qualification. So that itself, lends to a very attractive and flexible career and lifestyle. So anybody who needs information on becoming an accountant, they can contact the institutes. They can also contact ACCA, which is one of our sponsors, and do come to our events, at least to the Give Back, where you can get more information. So this week does not have those specific activities that you mentioned, though we have done so in the past, and definitely do have plans to go back into the schools, try to talk to the students, as you said, but we do think actually it is a good opportunity for dialogue with the Ministry of Education, because this phenomenon that you mentioned of the persons, young kids not doing well in math, which by the way is a Caribbean issue also. I think you know, we had about a 40% pass rate. I think Jamaica had an 18% pass rate. And we do hope that our leaders are looking at that. Yes, everybody has to try when there are problems, so I agree with you. We as a profession, we can do more outreach. As I said, we have in the past gone to the schools, and we will plan to do that, just to get them, you know, thinking of it. But that fundamental math problem is something, as I said, we as an institute need to speak to the leaders and to the Ministry of Education on. Thank you.
Yes, if I may just comment as well. The attractiveness of the accounting profession is a challenge globally. And towards that end, we have institutions such as the International Federation of Accountants that are looking into ways and means of making the profession a lot more attractive. We also have some bodies, for example, ACCA, I know that they're doing some work in that area. For that matter, I think they conducted a survey some time ago to get some feedback in terms of how they proceed. The fact is that since we are speaking about AI, one of the things is that we expect AI to increase the attractiveness of the professions, because a lot of information that you probably needed to have done personally, you can now program AI in terms of it making use of data and information that it has collected to provide information. So I think it has its pluses and its minuses. The question of having a knowledge of mathematics is important, but now we have AI that will be assisting us in terms of doing the complex mathematical calculations. And with that, I think is one of the selling points that we can make, you know, in terms of getting people interested in the accounting profession, especially the males. Go ahead and do that.
So what you speak of is a need for financial literacy, actually, not just accounting, but, you know, financial literacy as a whole, understanding finances. There's also an aspect to the small businesses, the aspect of marketing, which is also sometimes not done thoroughly. And which can be a cause of some of their failures. You can have a good idea, but is the market ready for your idea? Financial literacy is important. Accounting being an aspect of financial literacy. There's also credit management and those sorts of things, you know, within that financial literacy. Again, this forum that we have on tomorrow, the Give Back, this is an opportunity for persons to come, at least with their first set of questions. From that, we can always take and see, well, okay, how can we give more specific guidance? We have actually done other events. We had something with the Chamber of Commerce in collaboration with the Chamber, where again, we encourage small businesses to come, or just persons, you know, who have businesses to come. It is just a matter of getting the guidance out there. You are right. It's getting it out there. We do encourage persons also to go online, because not only us as an institute, but there are people all over the world giving guidance on the internet with respect to small business. But we are happy to work in collaboration with that same government entity that you mentioned. The name is slipping me. Youth economy. It would be we would be glad to have a session with the youth economy to give and, you know, provide knowledge where we can on the aspects of how you manage your business, how you measure the performance of your business, because the mistake a lot of people make is that they figure cash is all, it's just cash. They don't manage the cash, they don't manage their receivables, they don't manage who they have to pay, they don't manage their interest, they use credit cards to finance a lot of aspects of their business, not realizing the interest rates are sky high. Also just even the analysis of risks within the business, because even if you have a good plan, there are still risks which you have to be knowledgeable about and constantly monitoring. So we are there and we are willing to, as I said, impart our knowledge.
Yeah, so two things. I'd just like to respond quickly to the question with respect to management of businesses. I think we have a problem generally when it comes to financial literacy within the region, and we need to do some work in that area. As an institute, we are prepared to partner with financial institutions, for example, who can sponsor the programs where we speak to the public. I know that there was a financial institution in the past that did that, and I gave my services free of charge to that institution, and we are prepared to do that as well. And like my colleague just indicated, we have been working with the Chamber of Commerce in terms of programs that they would put up with respect to financial literacy. But from my perspective, I find that the turnout has been very poor to these conferences. Given the population of St. Lucia, I think that we can do a lot more better than that. On the question of mathematics, before I forget, I think too often businesses mistake cash for profit. The fact that you have cash does not translate to profit, and then that is a big mistake that is always done. With the question of mathematics, I am aware that a professional accounting organization close to the University of the West Indies is actually working with the University of the West Indies in terms of reviewing the curriculum so that it becomes a lot more relevant to businesses within the region. So within a short time span, I expect to see that some differences will come out of that in terms of how the curriculum is delivered, so that we can see the impact on the profession itself. One area that I think we as a profession can encourage, as a PAO can encourage, is the issue of having people do stints with professional organizations in the summer, a vocational program, for example, so that by the time they enter the world of business, they're a lot more prepared in terms of delivering the services that would be demanded of them.
I can just add one more point on that. One of our sponsors, ACCA, also is doing quite a bit, reaching out to the students, actually holding webinars across the secondary schools, inviting accounting students or persons generally interested in more information on accounting and accounting as a profession, and translating to the benefits of accounting as a profession to businesses and the well-being generally of the individual. The ACCA designation is known worldwide. Students get an opportunity. There's lots of investment for students with ACCA, free for those who have registered, in an effort to make resources more available so that they have the information that can translate into actually becoming qualified accountants to benefit themselves and the general public and those they serve. One of the areas, well, traditionally accounting was seen to be boring, but now we know that there are so many different aspects that accountants can serve. Accountants for entertainers, the travel aspect, and ACCA speaks to quite a bit, partnering with the Institute to roll those out. Again, we'd have a panel of representatives from ACCA on hand on Tuesday at the Give Back tomorrow to give more information on that, how students can register, the resources that are available, information that is available for employers, which also can translate into their employees. So there are resources available for persons to become more inclined, more knowledgeable about accounting as a profession and make it less daunting.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the media. You have turned out in large numbers to support our Accountants Week, and we thank you.